In Chapter 6, we are looking at medication labels and some basic calculations. So when you're looking at a medication label, there are several things that you want to know how to read. The first, of course, would be the name of the drug, which you find right here. This is the trade name, and oftentimes there are a number of different trade names for a generic name, and the generic name is always found in parentheses. Usually the generic name is in lowercase letters. In this particular case that's not true, but you'll always find generic and trade name. You need to know those names. You can tell this is the trade name because it's got the registered mark right here. The other thing on the labels is how many tablets are in the bottle, and that you find right here. Tells us that there are 100 tablets in this bottle. Also, who it's manufactured by. You find that here. You want to know the dosage strength. So the dosage strength is found right here, 0.3 milligrams, and it's also found over here. Tells you that each tablet contains 0.3 milligrams of nitroglycerin. Another important feature of the medication labels is going to be how you store it, which is right there. Sorry about my drawing. So let's look at another label. Here we have another label. I want you to identify the trade name. Hopefully you picked Prevnavil, and look for the generic name right here, lisinopril. You can see that it's in the parentheses. Now look for how many tablets are in this particular container. Going to be 100 tablets. And then each tablet, what is the dosage strength? That's found right here, 5 milligrams. So your storage information is right here, and it's distributed by Merck. So let's just look at a problem right here real quick. If you've got 5 milligrams in each tablet and you want to give a dosage of 10 milligrams, I need to get a stylus. Then how many tablets are you going to give? It's going to be 2 tablets. And I'm going to show you, that's of course easy, we can do it in our head, but I'm going to show you a easy formula in a future slide. Okay, here's one more. Find the generic name for this drug. Propranolol. Whoa, that's not supposed to be happening. Okay, propranolol. Hopefully you found that. The trade name, look for that. Inderal, LA. The LA stands for long-acting capsule. How many capsules are in this particular container? Yes, 100 capsules. Hopefully you're answering as we go along. This drug is put out by Acramax Pharmaceuticals. And your storage information is a little more difficult to find on this label right here. And then what is your dosage strength for this particular capsule? Yes, 60 milligrams per capsule. So let's do another simple one. If you wanted to give, let's say, 180 milligrams, you've got 60 milligrams in each capsule. 180 divided by 60 would be 3 capsules. Now, some things to remember about capsules and tablets. Typically, here's some key points. And my thing won't write. Okay. Here's some key points. And I'm writing with my finger. That's why it looks like kindergarten writing. 1/2 to 3 tablets is typically a normal dosage. So if you do a calculation and you come up with, say, you're supposed to give 5 tablets or capsules, you need to question yourself and redo that calculation. Another thing is on your long-acting, or it may say ER for extended release, those cannot be divided. That's awful writing. I am sorry. I will get a style ad as soon as I can. Let's see. Another thing about tablets, oftentimes they are scored, which means there is a line down the middle so that they can be divided in half so that you can accurately divide those. And on all meds, you need to check the expiration date. You don't want to be giving anything that's expired. Now, we're not always giving tablets or capsules. Sometimes we're giving oral elixirs, and so we have to use the proper container. This, of course, is a medicine cup, and you'll see usually they're labeled on 2 sides of the cup, and you can see here the number 1 side, and then this is number 2 side. You don't have to worry about drams. We haven't seen anything measured by drams in a long time. You will see things measured by ounces. You will see things measured by teaspoons, occasionally tablespoons, and you will see things measured by milliliters. Probably key for you to remember so that you can do your calculations for oral elixirs is that 1 teaspoon is equal to 5 milliliters, and 30 milliliters is equal to 1 ounce. And if you know those 2 things, then you can, and if you know how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon, which is 3 teaspoons are in 1 tablespoon, then you can calculate almost any dosage, oral dosage there might be that you might come across. Okay, another way that we measure oral elixirs is with syringes, minus the needle, of course. This particular syringe, you see that it is calibrated in milliliters. That's ml over there. And so you've got 1 milliliter, 2, 3, and so if you were to give, say, then it's measured off in 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8 increments in between. So if you were to give let's say 2.4, let's see if I can get this accurately in there, it would be right there, 2.4, milliliters could be measured with this particular syringe. On the bottom, this one is measured in milliliters on this side. That's also equivalent to cc's. And then it's also calibrated on the other side here by teaspoons. So you could use that interchangeably as well. Of course, if it's 1 teaspoon, we know that you could use this one and just deliver 5 milliliters. Okay, I'm going to show you a simple formula for basic calculations. You can use these with the labels that are in your book. I'm not going to put any more labels up because I didn't take any more pictures, but let's just say that you have a label that tells you you have Procardia, and it is 10 milligrams per 1 tablet. That's your dosage strength. And you have an order for 15 milligrams. Now I know a lot of you can do that in your head, but let's just do this simple calculation. The formula is, I learned it desired over what you have. We'll do it ordered over what you have times your volume. And that will give you the amount of tablets that you need to give. So in this particular case, what we have ordered is 15 milligrams. What we have is our dosage strength here, 10 milligrams in 1 tablet. And that would be just like putting it over 1. And so what we end up with is 15 over 10. And we could reduce that to what? 5 goes into both of those. 3 over 2. And our answer would end up being 1.5 tablets in order to deliver your ordered amount. Now let's do another one with an oral solution, and it's going to be potassium chloride. And we've got on our dosage, we've got 20 milliequivalents per 15 milliliters. That's what we have. Our dosage is, I'm going to make it easy because I don't have my calculator here, so this is what we have. What we have ordered is 40 milliequivalents. And so let's do our calculation. What's ordered over what we have times our volume. We will learn dimensional analysis later, but this is just a simple formula that you can use for some of these more simple equations. So what we have ordered is going to be our 40 milliequivalents over our 20 milliequivalents, which is what we have, and we have that available in our 15 milliliters. So this time we're taking it times 15 over 1. Ooh, I do need my calculator. Well, let's see if we can lower this down. So we can cancel out our 2 zeros here. 4 times 15 is 60 over 2 equals 60 divided by 2 is 30 milliliters is what we would have to give in order to deliver our ordered dose. Okay, one thing you need to remember about your elixirs is when you measure them in a medicine cup, it needs to be sitting on a table so the medicine isn't jiggling around, and it needs to be read at eye level with the meniscus, or the lower part of the fluid line, being what you read. I hope that these few slides help you with Chapter 6.